Hey Ms. Cropper and anyone else who might watch this video. For this topic, we had to go and find math in nature. And where it led me was kind of towards the bee direction. And by that, I don't mean so much bees themselves, but I mean their honeycombs. And the reason they're honeycombs is because they use the most powerful shape in the world. And if you don't know what that is, you can see it right here to my left. It is the hexagon. And why is the hexagon so powerful? The biggest reason that I can provide is the tessellation factor that a hexagon provides for these bees. And to show you what I mean, and if you don't know what I mean, you can go look in your kitchen or your bathroom or anywhere you have tile, and you can see that all those shapes match perfectly to fit in your bathroom, kitchen, or wherever else. But to show you on paper here why it's so important to these bees, if you look right here, these circles. Alright, so these circles are stacked and next to each other, and the problem is they have all this extra shaded space that needs to be filled. Now for bees, this is a terrible thing because they need their wax. It's so important for them to conserve and use as least amount as they can so they can have as much space as they can. Now, if I move up here, you can see the hexagons, and you don't see any shaded spots. It's all open and used and being used, and this is super great because they have more space for their and less wax being used overall. And the hexagon, why it's so powerful, especially for these bees, we can see if we were to stack a book on top, all the stress from this book would be passed down to each other. So the hexagon shares all the weight rather than taking up one by itself. And this is awesome. So kind of the math portion I want to show you is, especially since we're in trigonometry, hexagons can be broken down into triangles, if you didn't know this. And the way I can show you is right here. I've drawn the dotted lines there, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. If we go back, we know that a triangle in degrees equals up to 180 degrees. So we have to multiply 4 by 180, and we come up with 720 degrees total. So that is going to be our total degree for our hexagon. Now if you were to split this by 6, because we have 6 angles in a hexagon, it would come up to a perfect hexagon. This is assuming we have a perfect hexagon. Come up to a total of 120 degrees. That is so important because having all the degrees right is what provides this tessellation factor for bees, or even in your kitchen, to be able to make them fit perfectly and use as little space as possible. And to kind of show you how strong this shape really is, if you see these cells right here, this is an example of a hive cell. This is literally just made out of paper. That's it. Paper and a little bit of tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 7 of these hive cells made of just paper, and I'm going to stack our handy dandy pre-calculus book right on top of it. And that's it.